Hello everyone, PallyTime here with TGN.TV with a little bit different of a video for you today. Now normally when I make an Elder Scrolls Online video, we are taking text-based information and presenting it in a way to try to educate you guys, but we actually have some new footage now coming out of a recent developer interview that showcases the first-person combat as well as a little bit of the world immersion, and I wanted to make sure I shared that with you guys. Now, there's not a lot of footage here, so what you're seeing right now is the clips played at full speed, and then we're going to go back and restart from the beginning and slow it down just so we can get a better look at what we're actually looking at, because really these 40 seconds of footage really won't do you much good because it goes by too fast. Alright, so here is the first clip. We have our hero using his ability to pull in an enemy and get him into melee range, and it seemed like there was a little bit of a delay before that enemy turned around. But what you should be noticing here is that our champion, our player character, is dual wielding, and it looks like he's switching in between spells very easily. He has a sword in his right hand, a dagger in his left hand, but he's constantly switching out that left hand weapon to use spells in combat, and it seems like that's a very seamless process to do, at least in this example. Now, it is worth noting that there are no UI elements on the screen at all in this demonstration other than a crosshair. So that's either because they wanted to do this for just technical purposes, or they went into the options and decided that they wanted to turn these off. A lot of the UI elements in this game can be completely turned off if you wanted to increase your sense of immersion in the world. They want to give you a lot of customizability with how your game is presented to you. Now we get a quick look at a mace and shield wielder. He's using the Elven set by the looks of things. And they wanted to make sure that in combat you could get a distinct feel of, oh crap, here's an ability, I need to put up my shield and block. But we didn't really see too many examples of that. This looks like it may be a quest from inside of the game. The town's under attack by maybe some Daedra, but, you know, the completely meaningless enemy. I hope they're a little bit more difficult than that when the game is actually released. Now, another thing they wanted to do is just make you feel like you were actually in this world. Elder Scrolls always does a phenomenal job of doing that. So you can see there's a door here, you could walk up to it, you can go inside, and you can interact with the things inside of this building as well. Now, I do kind of wonder how they're going to do this on a grand scale. I mean, if there's 50,000 people in the city with you, what is stopping them from picking up these items as well? Are all these items going to be phased just for the character? I don't really have any information on that yet, but if everyone goes into the tavern and just starts taking all of the meat off the shelf, there's not going to be any beer for me, and that's going to be a very big problem. And really fast, we get a look at the lockpicking mechanics. It looks like not only is it back to more of the Oblivion system, but there's also a timer in place, so the difficulty on lockpicks may just be a shorter time allocated to be able to complete the task. It's also worth noting up at the top right of the screen, after the chest is opened, he gets some gold, some crafting materials, and also a green quality item. So it appears as though they are going with the traditional MMO path of gear quality being directly correlated with the name color of that gear. Alright guys, so I know it wasn't a lot of footage, but this is the first look we actually get at the first-person combat in one of these developer interviews. So what do you guys think of it? I mean, there's been a lot of debate over this topic. We have a lot of PvPers saying that in a PvP environment, there's going to be no reason at all to play in first-person mode because you're at a distinct disadvantage. You can't see around you. But then we have the Elder Scrolls players saying that it's not an Elder Scrolls game if it does not have first-person combat. I would love to know what you guys think on the topic down in the comments below. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button on your way out, and if you're new to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe.